No, I was saying that you're into that. I could tell. All right, so this is recording right now. We have the broadcast. We have conversations with motivated people for the purpose of motivating people. We have Kathy, and you're in design and stuff like that, right?
Yes, I am a sales rep for fabric and wall covering companies,
Okay.
and I sell to interior designers, design firms, hospitality, and contract.
And so, like, how did you get into that though?
Well, I've always loved textiles and fabrics, and I used to sell to retailers. I used to import containers of sheets and towels and decorative pillows and then sell to retail. And then when COVID hit, I did a little pivot into the interior design world because retail had taken such a fall
Mm,
and is still kind of struggling as far as brick and mortar, because everyone buys online and Amazon and all these places have really um, disrupted what we used to have as far as brick and mortar retail.
okay.
Yeah.
And so, like, with stuff like that, like I talk to a lot of students in college, and like, what would be the best advice that you could give to somebody who does have an interest in design or fabric, but doesn't know what they want to do? Because a lot of people that I talk to that are majoring in stuff like design, they don't know exactly what route they want to do. They just know that they have a passion for designing.
Oh, yes. Well, if they're going to school for design,
Mhm.
then they probably will focus on a certain part of it. But as far as like getting into the job, I mean, if you want to work in design, like I would say intern or try to take on like a part-time job at a design firm. So the more people that you can get around you that can mentor you, I think this is true in any kind of a career, is the most important thing. That's what helped me in my career is I had these wonderful people that mentored me, that I
Okay.
looked up to and that taught me. And that's how I kind of got into the sales that I was in before, the interior design, the textiles, the importing. And then as far as interior design, yeah, I would just try to intern. You look at things like the design center job boards wherever you live, whatever cities, they have design districts usually in
Uh-huh.
the big cities. Um, I don't know. I guess that would be my answer.
So, do you think that there are certain cities that are better for people who are working in that field
Oh,
or working
yes.
in your field?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously, I think the big cities, LA and New York are going to be huge.
Uh-huh.
And then you've got Chicago, Atlanta, and Dallas. Um,
What
but
about abroad?
oh yeah, I mean, I go to Paris every January
Oh, wow.
because there's a big show there called Deco Off,
Uh-huh.
which is where a lot of European lines, because we do rep a lot of European fabric lines.
Okay.
So there's not a whole lot that's made here in the US anymore, as we know,
Hmm.
especially like beautiful fabrics, linens. They come from Spain, Paris, Belgium, France, England. That's where a lot of beautiful fabrics and textiles are made.
So somebody that likes to travel, like they will find like your being in your field
Yes.
of textiles would be good though.
Oh, yeah, especially importing textiles.
Hmm.
Um, India, China.
So importing textiles, that's something different than what you do?
Yes. So what I do now is I sell to interior designers. So we're really looking at things by projects, like someone's designing someone's home and they're looking for wall covering for that space.
Okay.
What I used to do was I worked with companies like Dillard's, J.C. Penney, and I would work with the buyers that worked for J.C. Penney and Dillard's, and I represented manufacturers from China and India.
Hmm.
And then we would show them product that they wanted to sell in their stores, and then we'd get purchase orders and bring in containers of product,
Hmm.
and we'd make a commission on that
Interesting.
sell.
So do you feel like was it 100% commission?
Yes,
Okay.
sales, yeah. I mean, this job I have now, I do have a base salary, but my prior job importing was 100% commission.
Now, me personally, I have this theory. This is just for me. Like I feel like working 100% commission is a lot better than not. How do you feel about that?
I think it depends on how you are financially set up to begin with. Like if you're young and you need to have a paycheck every month, I would definitely negotiate a base salary and then a commission on top of that, some kind of a commission perk or a percentage.
Uh-huh.
But a commission, 100% commission would be scary because what if you don't get the sales that month?
Yeah.
So for someone starting out, I would definitely say a base salary is a safer way to go, but you can make more money in 100% commission.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
and I think that's what it was for me was just the idea that yeah, there are times where the sales is a little bit lower, right? But at the same time, it teaches you certain things. It gets you attuned to the type of time of the year and what time of the year could be best because I'm sure even in your field, you have certain times of the year that actually are better
Yeah.
than others.
Yeah.
And in addition to that, it teaches you how to manage your money better.
That's
You
what
know,
I was going to say. Yeah.
you're so
Save.
prepared for it. Yeah, it teaches you to understand, like, okay, so even back when I was a bill collector, the best times of the year for being a bill collector was between January and April because everybody's getting their tax returns,
Nice.
people are paying off their debts. When would you think the worst time would be?
For debt collecting?
Yeah, for debt collecting.
I would say the summer.
Exactly. Especially August, because people would be in a position where they want to go on vacations.
Yeah.
They're going out. And August is the only month without a holiday. So
Oh.
people are always doing something as far as vacation in August for themselves. So what does that tell me? That tells me as when I was a bill collector, you would get the larger payments in the beginning and then little small, like, $50 or $25 payments in, like July and August.
Yeah.
And you would build those up. So by the time those months come, it's preparing for the,
Yeah.
and it's not preparing for the winter, but preparing for the summer in that aspect.
It's like
So
squirreling stuff away. Yeah.
exactly, I like that term. So even in sales and working 100% commission, when things are going great, great, but it just teaches you to say, all right, well, I got to take a certain portion of my money. You got to give that money to tithing and charity. Another portion of my money I got to put aside and do it based off of percentages. And I noticed for me, with percentages, it worked better than not percentages.
Yeah.
Working the actual dollar amount.
Yeah.
Because this way, no matter what the percentage you're getting paid, you're putting that percentage away.
That's
And
a
that percentage model always works best because once you have larger checks coming in, like even back when I was a bill collector, I remember this one guy, he got a $10,000 bonus check. Well, if you're doing 10%, that means you're putting 1,000 away.
Yeah.
But if you get a $500 bonus check, you're putting another portion away. So the portions are different, but the habit that you're creating for yourself is the same.
That's such good advice. Such great advice.
So I think even if somebody has a salary or a 9 to 5 where they just don't have any extra overtime or anything, working that based off of putting money away and putting money aside, eventually they'll start to notice that, man, I'm not making enough money because they'll look at the money they have saved.
Yeah.
And then they'll realize I have a lot of money saved, but I'm not bringing in a lot of money. And it's growing at a slower rate. But when you have the 100% commission, you can always work harder, make more money.
It's up to you.
It's completely up to you. And you
Yeah.
say, well, I have all of this money saved. And then you can go out and make the same exact amount of money you have saved.
Yeah.
So, but you said that you found, I guess, like comfort either way, whether
Yeah, I've worked both ways. So, I mean, my current setup, I do have a base salary, but I have a commission too. So it just depends on who you work for and how they're structured as well. Because sales jobs can go many different directions. But I will say one of the biggest things, before I have to get out or something, is my biggest thing in sales that I could give advice wise, or just in jobs in general, I think, in sales especially, is relationships. Building relationships, especially in my business right now with interior designers, that's a repeat business. It's not just a one call. It's not even in my buying with Dillard's and JCPenney, you develop relationships with the buyers. And that's where you get the repeat business, and they tend to count on you, and you build that relationship. They come to you for things.
I would also assume that relationship building, in case something does happen where someone loses a job, that it can open an opportunity.
Absolutely.
Because they built a relationship in a good relationship with someone else.
And you never burn a bridge.
I feel like the best thing, even especially for like students in college right now, is just the networking aspects. Because there's so many students, believe it or not, that are getting out of college, going into college, getting their degrees, and getting degrees for something that AI is going to take over.
Oh, yeah.
Do you see, to any aspect, AI taking over your business?
AI definitely in design is huge. I mean, because you can go in now and you can say, design me a room that has a comfort feel using blue and white tones. Boom. AI can come up with something for you. But there's something to be said about a personal touch, and that a computer and that AI cannot do. So I think to certain degrees, maybe in contract and hospitality, they'll use AI a little more. And then I think also interior designers themselves will be using AI as like an addition to what they do.
Uh-huh.
So they're going to like work with it. As far as what I do as sales, I don't think we'll be replaced from AI because I don't know. I mean, I'm on the road. I'm in person, you know, like I'm visiting their offices. I'm touching and feeling their fabrics. I'm looking at their storyboards. It's so involved.
Yeah, I feel like that personal feel with many jobs can't go away. And I
It
feel
just
like it's
can't.
crucial.
Yeah.
And it's the reasons why you look at something like door-to-door sales,
Yeah.
which I've done, which is something that has gone on for decades, probably over a century right now, now that I think about it.
Oh, definitely.
And with all the technological advances that you would have thought would have done away with that, it's still to this day, 20 at the end of 2025, still something that's very prevalent.
Door to
And
door. Yeah,
yeah,
I see it. I've got them. They've come to my house.
yeah, I'm sure. But I would tell you though, listen, it's been a pleasure, talking with you and everything like that.
Oh my gosh, a pleasure.
And is there anything else that you would like to add? Any final thoughts at all?
Um, Nothing other than textiles are great and mentors are wonderful when you're starting your career and building relationships.
Ah, great, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, make sure you check out the recommendations for the coaching and book programs that we have below. And everybody have a good afternoon, good evening, and a good morning.